Sananjay and welcome to Radio Bharati. Let's begin with the top news updates of the day. The headlines: CBSE to introduce on-screen marking for CBSE Class 12 from 2026 exams. President, Vice President pay tribute to Swami Dayanand Saraswati on birth anniversary. Israel PM Netanyahu meets US President Trump at White House. Iran talks, Gaza on agenda. European Parliament approves 90 billion euro aid packages for Ukraine. Crude oil prices up amid rising geopolitical tensions. Surging gold, silver prices. India lost by 1 and 3 to Belgium in FIH Pro League opener. West Indies beat England by 30 runs in ICC T20 World Cup Group C clash. Now news in brief. The Central Board of Secondary Education will implement on-screen marking for the evaluation of Class 12th answer books from this year. However, evaluation of Class 10th answer book will continue in physical mode as before. CBSE Examination Control Sanayam Bharadwaj has said that the board has decided to introduce on-screen marking for the evaluation of Class 12th answer book beginning with the 2026 examination in its continuous effort to enhance efficiency and transparency. President Draupadi Murmu and Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan have paid tribute to Swami Dayanand Saraswati on his birth anniversary. In a social media post, President Draupadi Murmu said that Swami Dayanand Saraswati provided invaluable guidance to the entire society as well as to the country's education system. She said that the country has been and will always continue to be benefited by the spiritual and educational institution established by him. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met US President Donald Trump at the White House. The meeting lasted about 3 hours and was held entirely behind closed doors. Netanyahu did not comment afterwards. However, President Trump has called the meeting very good in a post on Truth Social, but no definitive outcome was reached. He said he insisted that the negotiations with Iran continue as the US pushes for a nuclear deal with Tehran. The European Parliament has approved a 19 billion euro loan package to support Ukraine. Members of the European Parliament voted yesterday and adopted three legislative proposals enabling EU to provide financial assistance to Ukraine for 2026 and 2027. The move aims to address Ukraine's urgent funding needs as the conflict with Russia enters its fifth year. Global crude oil prices rose today, supported by rising geopolitical tensions as US Iran negotiations remain uncertain. Additionally, declines in a major crude stock prices signal stronger demand, further boosting prices. Brent crude was trading 1.8% up at the 70 US dollar and 4 cents per barrel, and WTI crude oil was trading over 1.8% at the 65 US dollar 13% per barrel when reports last came in. Indian bullion market 24 karat gold was trading almost 2% up at 1,59,870 rupees per 10 grams. Silver was trading more than 6% higher at 2,68,750 rupees per kilogram a short while ago. In men's hockey, India began their 2025 and 26 FIH Pro League Championship with the 1 and 3 loss to Belgium at the Birsa Munda Hockey Stadium in Rockle yesterday. Nelson Onna, Thomas Carlos, and Orno van Desle scored for Belgium, while Shinland Lakra netted the lone goal for India. The two sides were locked 1 and 1 at halftime at the end of the third quarter, before Belgium struck twice in the final 15 minutes. In the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, the West Indies defeated England by 30 runs in a Group C clash at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai last night. Put into bat first, the West Indies posted 196 for 6 in their 20 overs with the help of Sherfan Rochevert, 76 not out. In reply, England were bowled out of 166 in 19 overs. For the West Indies, Gurshit Motley claimed 3 wickets. That's all for today. For more such updates, stay tuned to Radio Bharati. Please like, share and subscribe the channel.